Good morning. It is very chilly. I think it got, oh boy, and my jacket just broke. Well, that's not great. That is not good at all because it is very cold out here. I think I was supposed to get like a low of 9 or something like that last night, and with the wind chill, it feels like 1 degree. So, no, it's not very nice out. But we have some snow on the corn, which means we aren't going to combine today, which is fine. We have to get this wet bin empty, so we'll get the dryer fired back up. But why can't you combine when there's snow on the corn? All the little snow dust that's on that corn husk will go through the machine. It'll eventually plug up your sieves, which really does like your cleaning for you to get the corn separated from like the trash. And we don't want that. Then you lose a lot over the back. So anyway, if you didn't know that, you do now. Let's get this dryer fired up. I'm just checking the level of LP before we get going today. I just am curious what I'm going to use today because it is quite frigid out, but I do need to dry corn. So just like to keep a track on, you know, how much we're going through. All right, so I'm just going to head out and check the dryer. To be honest with you, it's been a kind of a slow day here because all I have left to take off are those plots, and that agronomist can't come till tomorrow. So, been working in the shop a little bit, cleaning up, ordering some stuff that, some parts and stuff that I haven't had a whole lot of time to do. And I've been running the dryer all day. I would like to get the I'd like to get the wet bin down so that I can fit all that corn tomorrow into the wet bin. I don't have to worry about running the dryer while I'm out doing the plot. But that's what the dryer looks like. It's very cold out. It's getting pretty frosted up. I don't know, maybe I should stop it, defrost that. Not good enough with this stuff, I guess. But we're gonna go check the wet bin. Well, a little update. The dryer, it's not heating the grain up to what it used to. Well, granted, it's really cold out. So I'm not sure. I slowed it down a little bit to make sure that corn gets dry. The wet bin's down pretty far. I was able to turn the stirrators on. And the reason I did that was to knock all that corn that's been kind of forming that funnel over the last 13 days. Just knock that in so I can keep drying that corn because it really hasn't, it's just been sitting in there. So hopefully that works. And then I think I'm going to shut the dryer down early tonight because it's getting really frosted up. So the wind, for some reason the wind's coming out of the west. It's taking the moisture that's leaving the corn and it's wrapping around, getting sucked right back in. And all that moisture is freezing right away to the grills of the fan. So I don't think that's really that great. It's just a bad wind. So in the meantime, like I said, we've been working in the shop here. I have this incline auger from that wet bin that we no longer needed. I tried taking it apart because I thought I need some parts, but it's not going to work. So I'm going to put that back together, and then we can either sell that or put it on a pallet in case we ever need it, but I think I'm just gonna try to sell it. But there's a few things to do in the meantime on it. I'm gonna get some cords ready to plug in the combine, grain cart, and quad track so we can start those tomorrow morning. Got the combine plugged in. It's like miserably cold out here. I'm not starting this thing tomorrow morning, but it's frozen. And if you're wondering why we don't just put it in the shop, I mean, that's a great question. But we have that big truck in the shop because that thing don't start. If you remember on like day something back earlier, harvest, we couldn't get that thing started. That thing's a pig if you leave it out, sit out in the cold. At least I know this thing will start. I just don't want it to start it when it's that cold. So let that oil and coolant get warmed up at least. But we'll just run a cord from here to the shop for tonight. All right, well, I ended up just shutting the dryer off because the way the wind's coming, the fan grills have already frosted up on me twice. And it's probably not that efficient to be drying today anyway. It is really cold and windy. So just shut it off. So today's Monday, so Wednesday and Thursday are supposed to be in the upper 30s, or that's what they're telling me right now. That'll be the day to finish up this drying. There's not a ton more drying to do, maybe a day, and I think I'll have everything wrapped up and we can get the dryer emptied. Hopefully washed up one of those days, and that'll be it for that thing. So unfortunately today is really slow. just working in the shop, getting some of this dried. There's no combining today, as I already said. So that's going to be it for day 13 or 14 or whatever it might be. So we'll see you tomorrow.